G'day guys, Tommy here, and boy has this one been a long time coming. This video was requested by a couple of people last year, and I'm just getting around to it now. But what's been happening recently with Streets of Rage 4 now out, cannot believe I'm saying that. Streets of Rage 4 is out. It got me thinking about what else has been happening with Sega. You know, a while back we got Sonic Mania. Holy crap! And then we're getting a remake of Super Monkey Ball. And then we're getting a remake of Panzer Dragoon. It got me thinking about other Sega IPs that I'd love to see come back and get new entries into the series. And it got me thinking about when I was originally given the idea to do this. This is going back months ago to a Follow Friday that Since Spacies did, and I was tagged. He wanted video responses, and I did one. And he and a few other people said, "Oh, you should do a video on this." I said, "Yeah, I should." Never did it. Never did it. I think PAX was around the corner, and I got caught up with that instead, and then just other things have gone on since then. But I'm finally getting around to it now. These are Sega IPs that I would love to come back. Now, straight up, I'm not going to mention every single Sega IP because they've got quite the handful. But these are just ones that immediately come to mind that I would love to see come back. First up, I'm going to get this out of the way really quick because I don't shut up about this on Twitter because I just really want it that much. We're getting Streets of Rage 4. We have Streets of Rage 4. Can we get Golden Axe 4? I do believe that if Streets of Rage 4 happened and there was quite a lot of anticipation and hype and people really excited for this, I reckon the same amount of people, if not probably a majority of the same people, would love a Golden Axe 4. And I'm talking full on beat 'em up like Golden Axe 1, 2 and 3 on the Mega Drive were, and also Revenge of Death Adder. Also, Revenge of Death Adder is finally getting a re-release in some way, shape or form thanks to Arcade 1-Up. And also there's another thing that's also gotten Sega in the good books, is that's finally getting released to the home. You don't have to buy this massive machine to have it, or buy a multi-board for your arcade cabinet, or emulate it through MAME. Finally something's happened. It's not on console, but it's better than nothing. I really would love to see a Golden Axe 4. I really think that would be really cool to see, and to see it done really well would be awesome. Now, this is a big reach, but I'm just throwing out there just to get your minds ticking. Golden Axe 4. Really want it. Do you know what else I'd like to see? I'd like to see a follow-up to the two Golden Axe RPGs. Golden Axe Warrior and Axe Battler: The Legend of the Golden Axe, which was on Game Gear. I'm not a big RPG guy. I'm really not. I struggle to get into them. I really struggle to get into them. But one of the handful of ones that really grabbed my attention was Golden Axe Warrior. I really enjoyed playing that when I got it. I still enjoy playing it to this day. Just imagine if Sega decided to do another Golden Axe RPG. If that gets announced, and I'm just sort of, just having an idea to flirt with. I'm not fully serious. I don't expect it to happen, but it's just a nice idea to flirt with. I would love to see the people's reaction to them announcing that they're going to do a sequel to Golden Axe Warrior or Axe Battler, The Legend of the Golden Axe. That would be interesting to see. Seeing as we've just done a far reach with Golden Axe Warrior, here's another far reach. Now, this game sort of, it's a bit neither here nor there with people. But that does not mean at all that it's a bad game. On the contrary, you know, people have said they played it, they enjoyed it, but people just don't, you know, keep hyping it up even years later. And that's Columns. Now, for those that have watched the full 53-minute Let's Play on the channel of me playing Columns, that was filmed, I think, at like 10:30 at night on like a Wednesday or a Thursday night. I honestly thought that was going to be like a quick 15-minute video. It turned out to be nearly an hour. But if you've watched that, you can clearly tell that I actually really love Columns. It is my favourite puzzle game. Columns was a big deal in my household, and it still is a big deal in this household. It was the first real Mega Drive game that was bought specifically for me. It was a Christmas present, and it was bought with me specifically in mind. All the small amount of Mega Drive games we had at that time, because I was a tiny kid back then. They all had someone else in mind, and in fact, some of them were bought just before I was around. So Columns was a big deal because it was the first real Mega Drive game for me. It was a Christmas present. I think it was from my auntie. Played it, immediately fell in love with it. But not only that, my sister really liked it. Although we got Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine a little later down the track, and she fell in love with that more. She's more of a Puyo Puyo girl. But my old man really loves Columns, so much so that he doesn't like going back. Very rarely goes backwards. He's more so going forward. He reminds me a lot of Snoods in that way. But the one Mega Drive game that he will still pick up and play, no questions asked, is Columns. He'll still have a go at Mean Bean Machine every now and again, but it's more so Columns. And people wanted to tell me on my Let's Play that they reckon I'm a pretty damn good Columns player. Oh, wait till you see my old man play. My God, he's 10 times better than me. Oh. But I would love to see a new Columns. And have it be like the first one. And not like Columns 3 on the Mega Drive, where they changed the gameplay up and stuff like that, and changed the aesthetics of it. It wasn't quite into that one. I liked the sort of Greek mythology aesthetic that the original Columns had, and I loved that sort of Baroque, classical inspired soundtrack that it has. That was one of the biggest things that I loved about Columns, besides the gameplay and its aesthetics, was its music. I absolutely loved the music of Columns. If Sega were to do it, I reckon it would probably be a mobile game. But I think if they, no, this is just me once again flirting with an idea. I reckon that it could make for a nice sort of like budget console game, sort of please the puzzle fans. I actually really would like to see a new Columns. Next up, we're going to go into arcade territory now. And first up, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Afterburner. I would love to see a new Afterburner. My history with Afterburner, originally played the arcade machine at a game exhibition when I was younger, the full sit-down one, and it was sitting next to the sit-down Star Wars. So I played both of them the same day. Really cool. Not long after that, getting the Master System Afterburner, and then later, a little later down the track, picking up Afterburner 2 on the Mega Drive. And I absolutely really enjoyed playing Afterburner. Rail shooter sort of game, really cool. What makes me think that it would be, favoured upon for a new one is the re-release recently of Afterburner Climax. It was on Xbox 360 on online, and it was removed. Fortunately, it was brought back on mobile, I believe. Saw people really being hyped to see that it had come back. So if people are really hyped to see a re-release of Afterburner Climax, imagine what that'd be like if a new Afterburner was announced. I think it'd be really cool. I feel that you could build upon the gameplay for what's expected in today's video game market, but also having an arcade mode for the real die-hard fans. So that's another one that I really wouldn't mind seeing coming back, is Afterburner. Next up, these two sort of go hand in hand. I'll do one first and I'll do the other. First up, Sega have had a really good track record with sort of racing games. From Daytona USA to Sega Rally to Sega GT to even going back to Super Monaco GP, and then even Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco GP 2. Sega have had a pretty damn good track record with racing games. Hell, even Power Drift in arcades. But I reckon that it would be pretty damn cool to see a new Hang-On. Now, Hang-On is always getting re-released in sort of like Sega arcade collections in the past. It was in Shenmue. I remember playing Hang-On when I was playing Shenmue. And just absolutely really loving it, because at the time I couldn't find a Hang-On arcade machine around. Even the vendors I knew growing up as a kid, none of them had a Hang-On when back when I was really full into that, because unfortunately a lot of the vendors I know have since passed. But then getting Super Hang-On on the Mega Drive, really enjoyed it. At the time I was heavily into Lotus Turbo Challenge on the Mega Drive. Really enjoyed that, and Hang-On was like the motorbike version of it, so of course I really enjoyed that. And then later down the track, when I picked up my Model 1 Master System, the Master System version of Hang-On is the built-in game in my Master System, so of course I played the shit out of that. I reckon that once again you could update things for a newer audience and still have an original arcade mode. I would love to see a new Hang-On. I reckon that'd go down well. Next up, very similar to Hang-On, but we got to jump in. Instead of jumping on a motorbike, we got to jump into a Ferrari Testarossa. Where the hell has Outrun been these years? How good was Outrun 2 on the original Xbox, and then its updates through the years, and then nothing. What happened to Outrun? Absolutely love the original Outrun. Really, nowadays I really love playing the Mega Drive version of Outrun. That's probably my most played version. Of course, Outrun, like Hang-On, has shown up in Shenmue, and even nowadays it's showing up in Yakuza games. Not long ago I was playing Yakuza 0, and walking to an arcade, you can play Outrun. I'm looking going, oh holy crap, So they're going, oh, they're just doing the Shenmue thing, but I'm not complaining. I also played Turbo Outrun. I have Turbo Outrun on the Mega Drive. It's alright. It's not great, but no, I've played worse. I would love to see a new Outrun, because Sega were on a really good thing with Outrun 2. It had the original gameplay that would made Outrun so special, but then it also had these new other types of gameplay, that just made it something, really, really cool that they built on. I don't know what happened to Outrun. It just like Sega IPs just dropped off. I really, really, really would love to see a new Outrun, and I don't think I'm the only one. So yeah, I really think that there is absolutely plenty of room for a new Outrun. I reckon that will go down really well. This is another series that I'm surprised Sega dropped the ball on. I thought they would continue. There were rumours and of hints recently that this was going to come back. It didn't come back. It's now a reworking of the Sega Sanshiro marketing campaign. I think some of you may know where I'm going with this. What happened to Virtua Fighter? I don't know what happened to Virtua Fighter. It's one of the couple of 32X games I have. I really, really love. I remember playing Virtua Fighter 5 on Xbox 360. I played the absolute crap out of that. And then do not get me started on Virtua Fighter Free TV. Virtua Fighter Free TV is one of my most played Dreamcast games, along with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Crazy Taxi. I really think that there is plenty of people that would love to see a new Virtua Fighter. That's sort of a very popular style of game. Fighters. Look at Mortal Kombat. Look at Street Fighter. People are going nuts at Terry from Fatal Fury is in Smash. I mean, I honestly reckon that Virtua Fighter would do pretty well. I would love to see a new Virtua Fighter. I do like fighting games, but I'm very, very picky. I love Street Fighter 2. All the versions of Street Fighter 2. I really love. But I don't play the others. Mortal Kombat. Love Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3. Love Mortal Kombat that came out, was it 2010? The first R-rated one here in Australia. It's been like some people call it Mortal Kombat 9 or something like that. Love that one. Haven't played the others. Not in a long time anyway. I mean, I've played Mortal Kombat X, but I've got to be honest, that one didn't win me over. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 11. I need to look it up to see if it's going to be worth it. Same with Street Fighter. I played Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter V Tekken. They were fine, but the only one I really cared about was Street Fighter 2. But Virtua Fighter, I love every goddamn one they made. Really, really, really love every one they made. That's the one fighting series I'm always keen on every entry. So I'd really love to see a new Virtua Fighter. Next up, another IP I would love to see come back. Just mentioned it. Crazy Taxi. I don't think you'll find a single person that sits there and says that they hate Crazy Taxi. I remember playing the original on Dreamcast and then finding it in, the arcade machine in places. Loved it. Loved Crazy Taxi. Still love Crazy Taxi. What happened to it? I really think that would go down hugely well if Sega announced a new Crazy Taxi. I think that would blow up for them. I really think that would go down very well. A new Crazy Taxi. I would love to see a new Crazy Taxi. I don't think I'm the only one. I think there's plenty of people that would love to see a new Crazy Taxi. There's another one. Last one for me. And you know what? As much as I'm passionate about all the other ones I've said, and I know I don't shut up about Golden Axe 4, there is one IP above the rest of them that I really would love to see come back. And it's the one IP that I think would absolutely do very well becoming a ultra modern game. I would dearly love a new Shinobi. I am a massive Shinobi fan. The first Shinobi game I played was the arcade one. A whole bunch of vendors I knew had Shinobi boards. It was not hard to find a Shinobi. Absolutely love Shinobi. I also have Shadow Dancer on both Mega Drive and Master System. Master System version, it's okay. The Mega Drive version is it's too good. Cyber Shinobi World, the less said about that, the better. Then of course Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. How good was Alex Kidd in Shinobi World? One of the best Master System games there is. Then of course you get into the Mega Drive Shinobi games. Shadow Dancer, Revenge of Shinobi, Shinobi 3, my absolute favourite Shinobi game, one of my favourite Mega Drive games of all time. Absolutely love Shinobi 3. I don't think you can ever say too much praise for the Mega Drive Shinobi games. They're just too good. Then of course you even get Shinobi X, Shinobi Legions, or Shin Shinobi Den from wherever you're from on the Saturn. Do you know what? I have the Japanese version of that game. It's pretty good. I quite enjoy it a lot, Then, not also forgetting the two Game Gear Shinobis. They're pretty cool too. I do like them as well. But Shinobi was part of that sort of, rebooting Sega's IP in the PlayStation 2 era. Back when Sega was sort of trying to, make new versions of old IPs. Like, the 2004 Altered Beast, which wasn't good. But the Shinobi one was rock hard, but was actually really good. So much so that, of course, there was a sequel to it, Nightshade. I know there was a 3DS one that was meant to be very good, but I honestly reckon that that's the one Sega IP that would work in a modern gameplay setting. I really think a new Shinobi would work very well. It doesn't have to be 2D. That would be cool. But I reckon that you could make Shinobi work in 3D, absolutely. I reckon it would work very well. And that is the one that I would really, really love to see come back, Shinobi. I would really, really, really love a new Shinobi. And done right, I think it would do really well. It's not like Golden Axe or Streets of Rage where going to 3D could be problematic. I don't see that happening for Shinobi, unless of course the game's a pile of crap. But no, done well, I think a modern gameplay style Shinobi would be pretty damn awesome. And that is the one that I would love to see the most, is a new Shinobi. And once again, I don't think I'm the only one in saying that. I do think that there is a decent amount of people that would be interested in a new Shinobi. So that's my list of Sega IPs that I would love to see come back. Of course, I haven't mentioned every Sega IP. They're the ones that just come to mind, and in fact I had a couple more pop in my head while filming this. But if you have any suggestions, go right ahead and post down below, and we'll see what else that Sega should bring back. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Got more videos coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. I know I've been a tad quiet. I've been quiet for a reason, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes to try and make this channel a bit better. So it's not just, you know, let's plays and audio books. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I'll see you later.